And here is the long promised scalping video. How to scalp on any crash pair. And remember, we are only selling on crash. Why? Because we have the long candles in our favor and slow short ones against us. How do we recognize a crash, a waterfall? We see two big red candles popping below your moving average 200, this aqua one here, which is in fact the same as the EMA 13 on the 15-minute chart. I like the number 13 because it's one of the Fibo numbers. If you don't know Fibo, Google, do yourself a favor and Google Fibo numbers, Fibonacci numbers. The other moving averages, what I've got here is an EMA 5, white, EMA 10, red, and the EMA 20, yellow. This is where we basically scalp, or as I want to call it, actually scalp in super mode. It's called sniping. So how do you recognize that waterfall? It's very easy. You get two nice red crashing bars or spikes down, then you're in a waterfall. Can you see how steep the EMA 5, the white one, drops down? That's a waterfall. It really looks like a waterfall. Okay, but look what happened. Oh, by the way, I prefer RSI 4, not 15, and the level 85 is a very good level to enter on V2. You can see there, but only below the EMA 200. So if you want V2 to only trade below the EMA 200 here, you must in the robot set the period of the direction of trend in the number. Instead of 300, you use number 13. You will find if you do that, that the V2 will not sell unless the price is below the EMA 200 here. And that's basically what we do. Now, if you see this, the moment you see this, when it pulls back to the white, you sell. Can you see the RSI? 4 never even reaches the 50 levels and 60 levels here. Can you see? So no trades will be taken by V2. V2 will, if you put it at 485, it will only take there, and it will take there, and it will take there, and here, every time it hits 85, and then every 7th candle thereafter. So when you see that hitting there, what you do is you activate your selling there, okay? Make sure you've got comma 2 for your crash 500 and comma 5 for crash 300, and you click sell. The moment you do that, it will put in a sell. If you make your magic number 0 in your V2, then the robot will trail for you and you don't have to worry about it. So it will trail and it will kick out whenever it goes back to your trailing stop. So that's basically how I do that. And yeah, you can use that. So how can you get the robot to actually take a trade? How can you force the robot, the V2, to actually take a trade immediately? It's pretty simple. You set the level to 1. Then the RSI is above the level 1 and it will sell immediately. If you put V2 to 1 on the next candle, it will sell. Say you did it there, it will sell on that candle. Or you can hit sell here, magic number 0 will take care of it. Okay. So every time it touches the white line, I sell. White, I sell. Red, I sell. Yellow, I sell. When do you get out? I get out when the last swing high is taken out. Now, there's the swing highs. Let's see there. That's a swing high. Can you see that's a high point? This is a high point. This is my last swing high. Okay, so let me do a horizontal line there for you. If I entered there, I would actually, okay, I've entered on the white now. Now price goes down. Oh, my trailing stop would have hit it here. Okay, that would have been very nice. So, been out. Should the trailing stop not kick in, you don't actually go further than that. Look how small your risk is. You entered there on the touch of the white, and you exit on the same level. Can you see how awesome that is? So when you see that, you close all trades. Klaar. Finish and klaar, you close all trades. Now, again, just to repeat, you see two waterfall candles, right? When it touches the white, you make your level 1 if you want the robot to take the trade, or you just click sell there. Kaboom. Okay, now it goes down. If the robot didn't close it here, or whether it closed it or not, the moment it touches there, you go and you actually enter again. You sell. Okay, that would most likely not trigger that. And there's another cell. Look, there's another cell there. That green was touching, and there's another cell. So on this trippy down here, that's your first one, your second one, your third one, your fourth one, and your fifth one. 5 trades, and all of them would at least be out by the time it hits. If you set your trailing to 100, 1 bar up will take it out. So if you enter there, it wouldn't stop immediately. The trail would sit on top of that green bar. And the moment it hits it, it will exit. The same here, it will exit 1 bar. Exit there, it wouldn't have exit 1 bar. Can you see this one here would have run down to this level and not exit there if you had 100 on your trailing. If you make your trailing 200, then it will go 2 bars. Then not even this one could have then actually set it off. Okay, so if you go 3, it'll go 3 bars. So 100, 1 bar. 200 gives you 2 bars. 300 gives you 3 bars. That's how simple it is. So if you snipe, I actually like to set my level on the robot to 1, my RSI level, and I set my trailing to 200 or 300, or if you don't want it to close, you somehow make it 1,000. Then what's going to happen? It's not going to stop here. It's not going to stop there. It's going to trail there far behind. Now it gets down at the bottom here, and then when it gets there, you can actually now cut it out. I'm going to repeat that. If you want to use the robot to enter for you, you make your level 1 there where you see, and it will enter. Okay, and every 7th candle thereafter, while the RSI is above 1, which will be almost always. So you make your trailing 200 if you wanted to exit on the 2nd candle. And you sort of make it 1,000 if you don't want the trailing to actually close your trades. And you want to let them all run. Just see now. So now that trade will run from there to the bottom. Okay, maybe you go on the 3rd candle here, or on cross above white here. See there? Okay. So let's just see what happened. By the way, Control F gives you your crosshair. Control F gives crosshair. Let's measure. How do you measure? You left click on where you entered. Okay, we entered there. So now you left click and you drag down. So now we can see how many pips that would have been down. Let's say we play cross of the white. And there you can see it is 227, well, points. The points are difficult in this here, but this is quite a substantial drop. If you look at the dollars on the left, if you look at the dollar price there, you see 4411. If you look down here, you see, I'm battling to read, 4389. You can see that is 22 pip drop. Yeah, there we go. You see on the left, ignore the last 3. That's how it works. Okay. The last 3 digits are decimals there on the points. You see the points there displayed there as 22,710. So it'll be 22 points. So if you traded 1 lot, it would give you $22. If you traded comma 2, it would give you a fifth of that, $4 for that trade. So that trade will give you $4. Let's see what the next one will do. That one there, Control F gives me my crosshair. And I left click and I drag and I drag and I drag and I bring it down here. Let's see how many dollars this one would be. Remember, we're on comma 2, so it's 1/5. This here is $16 divided by 5, so that's a $3 profit just on that one. Now let's measure the next one. Control F, and look at that on the white, where it crossed the white, go down, and we go down to this, and we get 16. Yeah, 16 pips divided by 5 is $3. Okay, let's look at the next one. There's another one there. Don't forget him, because he also touched. Right, see there? There we go. We measure down to the cross above white. Let's see, that is 12 divided by 3, that's $4. Let's look at the next one and just see how many you can make in one lacquer waterfall if you trade it that way and you leave them all open. So if you make your trailing 1000, the trails won't close your trade. Okay, look there, $5 divided by 5 is $1. So all in all here, 4, 4, 4, 3, 1, 2, yeah, where are we? A lot of dollars for a quick short run. All manual. You can click sell, right? Or you can make a level 1 and it will take it for you. Thereafter every 7th candle, but it might not be 7th candle there, but it should take it there, okay? Every 7th candle it will take it. If it doesn't, all you do is you click sell when it hits the white, and even when it hits the red, and even if it crosses the yellow. But remember, you must control your exit then. So you set your trailing at 1000 if you want them all open. Or you put it at 100 and it will close on every green bar after a red one, okay? Right? Or you make it 2 if you want 2 bars, okay? So if you made it 200, the entry there would not close here because it wouldn't have trailed yet. Now there, only there, it will then exit, you see? Okay, so you decide. You go wide with your trailing stop on V2 and it will not close your trades, then you are responsible for it, okay? And if you want the robot to finish them all off for you, all you do is you make it 100 and you let go, and then the robot will close all your trades for you because he will then trail at 100 and the trail will drop down here for all those trades all the way from the top down. Okay, let me repeat. You enter, you see 2 red bars. You know you got a waterfall. It touches white, you sell or you make your level 1. You can at the same time when you make a level 1, on the next bar it will enter. Okay, and you can make your trailing 1000 and it will stay far behind, so it will stay far behind and it'll come down, come down, come down, come down, and then every time you hit white you sell, you hit white sell, red sell, yellow sell. Okay, here white sell, white sell. Where do you exit? On the cross above this here, or you exit on the last swing high there. Okay, and you can see that trade would have been almost a zero break even then, and then no further trading. Okay, you have entered this one too because you thought now it's a touch of white and that one. So you're going to have 2 small little losses here. Ne? Okay, but look, there's no runaway. And you've got your profits from the top down too. Repeat, that's all. Finish and block. Down. Let me quickly show you how to do settings on this RSI. The parameter is up. I just go 4 and I go red, and for my levels I've just put the 85, but interesting, I want to show you guys the scaling. We don't worry about down at 0 and 20 and 30 and those things. So what we do is go fix minimum and then we make it 40, and we can go fix maximum. I want to see 105 and not just 100, because then I can see where it touches 100. Okay, so that's my settings here for this RSI, and that's it. And that is basically how you do scalp. And manual trading you can do, you can really just sit and watch your dollars coming in. A waterfall like this is very, very useful if you want to scalp. If you watch it, if you see that, you see 2 red candles, you know you're in a waterfall and you're ready to scalp, okay? I'm going to do as an indicator that will put an arrow here when it see 2 big red candles below the 200. So it will give us a red arrow every time we see two red candles in succession, right? Without a green bar in between, then we know we have waterfall. Okay guys, if you guys want to know anything further, and remember you can forwards and backwards on this video as well, eh? So enjoy. By the way, this is my robot running in the background. It trades basically the same as this, and it will not trade above the 200, and the moment it goes over the 200 it will close all trades. So if you look there it would have closed all the trades if there were any running over here from here that hasn't been stopped by the trading. I want to show you quickly how to recognize a failed lower low. Can you see low, 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 low? They're all lower. Can you see this one is almost not lower? If it's not lower than the previous low, that is a failed lower low. I will show you one. Let me just scroll quickly here. Where do I find one? I'll quickly recognize it. Now that I'm looking for them, I don't find them. Okay. Well, this is definitely one. I mean, there's the low, and you see how high this low is, but that's not what I want to show you. Let me go page down quickly and see if I can find. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way there. Let me just see if I can pick up one here. I'm just looking quickly. Ah, here we go. There's the failed lower low. By the way, this is my robot trading on the robot on EA. There, look there. It was on the 15 and the 200. Right. Look, there's a low. There's a low. Can you see slightly lower? It's not higher. Okay. Low, low, and look at this low. You see this low here is higher than that one. Now, at that green bar, the first green bar, that low is fixed. Okay? So, that is a failed lower low. So, if you really, say for instance, you entered there, and you entered there, maybe you entered on the yellow. The moment you see this happening here, there, that failed lower low, close your trades. That's what I would do. The moment you see a failed lower low, it's a sign that this thing is going to the up. And then I'm also going to show you a failed higher high so that you can see when to start looking. There's a failed higher high. Can you see there? High, failed higher high, FHH. There's the high. That high is not higher than this one. And there's another sample, a high and a failed higher high. Okay? Can you see them? They come up very quickly. There's a nice, almost a waterfall. By the way, that is the 4500, which is equal to the EMA 300 on the 15-minute chart. And there it bounced off it. Just look there, beautifully bounced off the 300 of the EMA. And there you see waterfall. Okay. But I prefer to only use the 200. I will never sell above the 200 on the M1. And when it goes across there, close. Take the punch. Don't sit on it because look where this thing is running. You see there? That's where V2 goes wrong. They wait until it gets here and until this white turns up before they close. They will close around here. And then you sit with all those losses from there all the way up. That one time, two trades cost them $192. And 2 bars later, the price crashed right down to the bottom again. So I would never risk that much money on a little bit of profit to come in future. Okay, that's it. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy. And yeah, some comments would always welcome. And if you need more, just shout.